Kansas Republicans, including Governor Sam Brownback, want to cut college aid for the poor in order to pay for more tax breaks. Now, this doesn't make sense on so many levels, one more disturbing than the next. The state currently provides these annual matching contributions of up to $600 for low-income families, which invest into a 529 plan. 529 plans are these, they've received tax favorability, these tax-favored college savings plans that people can use to put money away for college for themselves or for their kids. Close to 1,000 families take advantage of the program. It costs the state about $2.1 million a year total, Lewis, $2 million. Governor Sam Brownback and his fellow Republicans in the legislature are saying the money, instead of going towards matching funds for the 529 plans, it should go for tax breaks. For who, Lewis? Of course, for the richest people.
Naturally, yeah.
Well, who else would it go for?
David, they're just paying way too much.
So here are some quotes. The real question is it a core function of government? That's a state rep, Pete DeGraff, who's a Republican and chairman of the House General Government Budget Committee. A move to cut the program comes as lawmakers search to pay for massive income tax cuts enacted last year and even more cuts that are coming. So Sam Brownback has regularly sought to roll back and eliminate altogether the state income tax. And instead of that, he prefers a higher sales tax, which, as we know, is a very regressive tax system. It punishes poorer taxpayers. It rewards wealthy taxpayers. And now, eliminating a program designed to educate poor people in the state in order to pay for tax breaks benefiting the wealthy. Republicans talk about how they don't like redistribution of wealth. We have a situation here that is only exacerbating wealth inequality. That's it.
Right. So what is the goal here? Is it just to keep the wealthy happy and donating to him? Is it to prevent people from getting educated so that they'll keep voting for guys like this?
I don't think that could work, but I don't think that's really the case. Although we have plenty of evidence that the more educated people are, the less likely they are to vote for Republicans. We know that. But let's put that aside for a second. When we talk about stimulating the economy long term, what will help more? Rich people having a little more money to save, or kids going to college? It's just so obvious. And you can even look this up. I encourage people to take a look at a paper called Reducing Poverty Through Higher Education by PhD Michelle Asha Cooper. Fantastic article. We don't really need that article, but just as a point of reference, if people want to read something about the subject, there is no greater stimulus, Natan, than poor people becoming educated, because we know that is such a huge factor in getting out of poverty.
Yeah, I mean, this economic calculus by the right doesn't make any sense, common sense or economic sense, according to the evidence. I mean, if you continually pound working class people, then they're not going to be able to, in 30, 50 years, to be able to afford the types of products that make wealthy people wealthy. So it just doesn't make sense in any way, no matter how you look at it.
We've talked about that, right, Lewis?
Yeah.
We need the poor and middle class to have money to buy stuff from the rich. So even as a plan for the rich, they should want to empower and elevate the lower classes.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if they want that. I think this might be a case of class warfare.
Well, but what's the advantage, right? We have to assume they're acting in their best interest.
That's a really good question. I have no idea what the advantage is, but clearly it's not a more prosperous state or country.
No, certainly not. Send me your thoughts on that. What wouldn't they want these people? Or is it just that they are anti-poor? Is it class warfare, like Lewis is saying?